heads down the back. Kicks it up. If they can move the ball quickly here, there's an opportunity on this left-hand side.
Ooh.
But as that opportunity just goes away.
Errant.
From a bad pass. Really bad pass.
It was a bad
Saw
pass.
that opening up quite quickly on that left-hand side, but would have been interesting to see if we'd been able to hit that.
So we'll stick with you here if you can hear us out there. The commentary, the vision has frozen, but we'll continue to call the game. We'll give you, this will test us out, Tone, to try and give them the run of the play. So Mel Ryan
with the ball.
Ball and stick up to the defensive restraining line. Woodville nice and settled on their clear here. Glenelg in no rush to pressure.
And are they just looking to take some time out of the clock here and just try and... So here it goes, over the top Summerton. Summerton, just misses the pass as well. And there's another miss of the pass, and ball's coming back with interest, I reckon, as we've got Gilbert in the middle.
Beckett picks up,
but
Morrison's
free. Going all the way. Sets, pops, and throws it straight past the cage.
Help defence there. Kit McKay got across to that bottom corner. Forced Jess Morrison to shoot on the left. Might have been a little stick pressure, and the shot went wide, but it looks like Chelsea Gilbert got the backup. The bell has just gone 30 seconds. Gilbert brings it back in.
Almost got too close to the goal then, did Morrison?
Down she goes, through X. Help comes. The defence goes up high side. Wells now, one-on-one. Looks like she has...
with the bell's gone too, so about 15 seconds to go, so they wouldn't want to give one up here as a whistle.
Help defence comes across, and again, the furthest umpire away has called Olivia Parker for an aggressive double, and it might have been a little bit high. So Bonnie Wells on the 15.
On opportunity
20
with about
to go. Shot.
Oh, pops
stick
another one.
Low on the deck. Mel Ryan,
4-0.
no chance.
And that is
quarter
time right on the bell, Shicks. So, okay.
Quarter time goes. We'll try and get back to you. We'll use this quarter time break to reset our settings here at headquarters.
Reset.
And we'll be back with you as soon as we can.
Set.
My name is Chris McGurr, and I'm excited to be supporting Lacrosse SA in 2022. Our goal is to provide 50 property loans and save our supporters $50,000 through refinance. For every new Lacrosse supporter loan or refinance settled, your club will receive $250 in sponsorship, and if we hit our target, that's $12,500 going to Lacrosse SA clubs this year. So reach out to me today on 0480 311 301 or email me on chris@180finance.com.au to find out how I can save you money today.
All right, and we're sorry for that little bit of an interruption here. The screen did freeze if you are on board.
Yep, 4-0 Tone at quarter time. We'll get that score updated. We've just got...
And just to let you know that Bonnie Wells scored with about 5 seconds to go from a free shot. And
goal scorers
scored right on the buzzer.
Yep. So Darcy Beckett with 1, Jess Morrison with 1,
and
Bonnie Wells with 2.
Bonnie Wells with 2, yep. And it's 4-0. And they've made a change in the cage for Woodville.
Not sure that the goalkeeper was the issue, but
Definitely not.
that's good for young Geordie Watts. She's out there. Horrible news for Mel Ryan, getting dragged at 4-0. But the defence need to push the alleys here, Tone. They need to defend that centre of the cage because that's where the Glenelg girls are attacking from.
And you see here again, just that little bit of a free hand. It's a good look
Richie,
inside.
shot.
Bang, Richie.
There we go.
There we go. On the board, Woodville. That's the scoring end at the moment.
A fat panda, they call that, Tone. The icebreaker.
Well, you need to break ice out here, mate. It's a little bit cool. That really good. That slide comes. Look at Richie belts down that pipe.
Yeah, so Mia Inns there getting heavily guarded, but pushing through that early defence and finding Richie of the Annie variety and just slotted that in the ear hole, top left.
And it's 4-1.
Great start from the Warriors, exactly what they needed, exactly what the crowd needed here. Solid numbers out here tonight with in front of the hill. A lot of Glenelg supporters out here. Looks like the Woodville crowd are scattered down the other end of the field.
And I saw a big crew of Brighton women out watching this game too.
Of course, just doing a little bit of homework you would expect, Tone.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Never take your opponents easy. So ball back in the centre here. Haynes up against Parker. Now another one here would be interesting for Woodville. And Charlotte Winner just pops off the back. So Jess Morrison, needs to pick that up, doesn't she?
Spilt it, couldn't quite get to it. Jury through on the hard ball get. Whistle called, let the girls play, I say.
Well, it is finals lacrosse, but Winnan should have picked that ball up. Chicks just tried to tap it forward into three Glenelg defenders who were coming towards her.
Yeah, just spilt it. Laura Evans far side now, clearing the ball for Glenelg. She'll come up on the...
And B. McKay chasing her down, though. Not going to give her an easy pass.
Clubroom side. And Beckett comes up to collect, and Glenelg will get their numbers back. And they've been much more structured offensively tonight.
So ball down the bottom here. Looks up the top.
Kit McKay still there on Karen Mortimer.
And that's been a match-up, hasn't it? They haven't left each other's sides. I think they've got their hands in. So hands in pockets. These two together, haven't they?
Mortimer, centre of the field. McKay covers. Often hide down low, defending Beckett. Beckett carries.
Needs to get on that.
The back corner.
Yeah, just waited for Tam to step across the cage and came back the other way. Nice cut there from
Evans to
Wells.
Morrison. Morrison with space.
Now this is the one. She's taking a few more steps as she goes at pace, which is really hard to defend in the women's game, and that every time, as soon as you extend those arms, Shicks, you're going to have a free shot here.
Looks like a 3-second call there, Tone. She might have got away with it on that occasion, but you're right. Standing there like a sitting duck, wasn't she?
So Jordan Watts with her first taste of State League final.
Yeah, nice warm-up during the quarter-time break.
Good defence.
Good help. Good help.
Defence from the girls in green.
And Parker all over Gilbert. Gilbert one way. Quick enough to go back the other.
Oh, there's a push.
Oh, no. So
and
this is what needs...
here.
This is exactly what needs to be eradicated from Olivia Parker's game. Yep. When the pressure's on, silly fouls is going to hurt your team. And how deep that hurt is, we're about to find out.
Well, you said you've got two of those players now, one in Jess Morrison and one in Olivia Parker, on yellow cards. So as the game gets tighter and tighter, you know, you've got to be careful when you're in defensive contact.
4-1, Glenelg.
Ball back up the top, but they have a man-up opportunity here.
Nice and spread. A cut comes through. Morrison got the lane. Throws down to Gilbert. Cutters.
Open in the middle here is Evans, and there's another one next to her, and Wells stops, fires, and puts it up top shelf.
So again, you have a look at the pattern forming here as that defence comes across, but allows Bonnie Wells to step back inside and get down the centre of the cage here. So good enough to get there. Positioning horrible, and that's 3 or 4 times now. All the Glenelg goals been able to juke back inside, open up hands, create a better angle, and pick corners out. And a superstar Australian player like Bonnie Wells,
she's gonna
give her time and space. She's going to hurt you.
As I said, even in at that point there, you make her make the extra pass again, don't you? Because it would have headed down to X or back up to top centre.
Well, it's a numbers game, right? You gotta give away a left-handed shot there.
Yep. So ball back in the centre. It's 5-1. And we've got Michaela Ritchie in the centre, and a pre-check there. So Michaela Ritchie will take the ball.
Waiting for a quick start. They can go at any stage here, but need to be reasonably calculated.
And Haynes
Being
up
a
against
player down.
a couple of the young players who are just plying their craft in their early state league.
Hayes will sit out a little bit exuberant there, but Izzy Brown, the help D.
But they're still man down here, Woodville. So going to have to certainly find someone's got to present here because.
Yep, very little movement elsewhere other than the ball carrier at the moment, Tone. That spells big trouble.
And good work there and we've got a push there. So going to go Michaela, but she needs to get a pass off here to be able to. She's done a lot of running from the other side there as that penalty is now released.
Holly Denny's presented down through exit. They've gone high to Mia in, so you're right. Parker comes back on, rejoins.
Goes inside, into trouble.
Good help.
Oh.
Open in the bottom corner, Denny, like we saw last week. Not seen this time. Mia Inns goes again, left-handed shot.
And just
not the velocity required to get past the incumbent Australian goalkeeper.
That's it. Maybe. Oh, Parker.
Carly throws that away.
Good work from Parker. Unfortunately, I reckon that's come off her stick.
She's
tried to pick a pocket there as well.
So great pressure, Parker.
5-1 is the score here if you're just joining us for the first time, and we do apologise. Had a couple of technical difficulties here where everything froze up.
We did.
And but we're back online now.
It is that cold here, Tone. It's understandable.
I'll tell you what, if there was snowshoes, we would have worn them tonight.
Close.
Oh, you're close.
Close
hey, well, you've got the boots, and I bought the new gloves, mate. So we've dress matched really well together.
Ball still with Evans as she just comes up to the 15.
In no hurry here, is she?
And there is no hurry for Glenelg, is there?
No.
At 5-1. Looks like they're being nice and calculated with who they want to go to.
And you can see here Charlotte and Bonnie just coming together there. And you know, it's physical and runs over the back. And Bonnie's got her skates on tonight, mate, on what is an icy surface.
She has, and we're joined in the commentary box by none other than the cameraman, Braden Munn.
Great outlet there.
Outlet over the back.
And that's going to work because that's going to open up, but Parker has to come across. We got Morrison. Good check there from Charlotte, but just deemed to be illegal.
Great outlet pass there. That's why they're hanging on to it, Tone, with outlets like that. On a rope, Morrison collects, but good covered defence. Olivia Parker helped out as well by Charlotte Wennon.
And free shot here. Morrison steps, pops, and that one's down bottom corner. And there's plenty of holes in that cage.
There is.
But these one-on-one shots, Shicks, you know, when they're allowing you to get into 3 or 4 metres, both on Mel and Geordie at the moment, are, you know, they're pretty...
Yeah, I really question the change of goalkeeper, Tone, to be honest.
Yep.
4-0. Those shots on...
Do you reckon that was a pre-planned exercise?
Oh, you'd like to hope not. Not in a preliminary final.
You would too, mate.
You're here to win, right?
Absolutely.
I mean,
you play your...
Geordie Watts will have her time.
Yeah,
she's
of course
young
she
and she's here for the experience and she's going to gain a lot of it.
Absolutely. But ball back in the centre, so 6-1 it is. But this is where they need to start their work, and Parker gets the ball in her stick to try and start that. And a big push being called there.
That's Silvestri who pops out.
So ball down the front.
Hey.
So ball is with Winnan. Oh, sorry, that's Tara. Tara Guerin. Sorry. Just trying to look past Braden there to see that one. He cuts a mean svelte, does our cameraman, Mr. Munn. And
he's got some good angles on the play, though.
he has. What are you seeing out there, Braid?
Inge will get the restart.
Oh,
terrible ball. So she's thrown it away. Not what Woodville need.
I think that they need to be a bit more careful with their passes.
Borovnik upfield. Haynes collects one.
And they got numbers here in the middle.
She'll want to get back on side. Oh, finds Bonnie Wells. Bottom corner, Mortimer. That's a great play. Good pressure applied, though. Geordie Watts came out to close that angle, and Karen Mortimer wasn't able to find net. Good backup, though, Darcy Beckett.
And if you, as the ball just comes back in, and a big shout out to our sponsors, 180 Finance, 0480 311 301 or 180finance.com.au. Ball down the bottom.
High ball, Beckett couldn't get, well swooped up, Sarah Haynes. So everything's bouncing the Glenelg way at the moment. Much more active down there offensively tonight, Tone, as to last week.
Yeah, there's a lot more movement in that Glenelg offence tonight. And they're just finding their matchups, aren't they?
Wells happy
And
here.
here's another matchup.
Centre of the field, off it up
Bang,
again.
another one. Oh, might have worn one late there too. Did Wells. I don't think there was anything sinister in it, but...
so again here, you just need to give away that left-hand side, but the pressure was applied to that left hip, and yeah, Bonnie Wells not happy with the attention received.
I think that might have been Amy Butterfield there, just with an inherent stick. And we're out to 7-1 the score.
So just defensively, the Woodville girls are there and helping out. Defensively, they're sliding enough, but just positioning on that, Tone, is just getting themselves a little unstuck. We've got a 7-1 ball game. As our stats man's just dropped the pen here, so we've got a little bit of
there.
Parker and Brown, Izzy Brown, great ground ball under pressure. She'll get a check for that, a pre-check, and she'll get the restart. As we see Annie Ritchie pop out the back, and Izzy Brown takes on Holly Denny, turns her inside out and wanders through to attack. Down to Gilbert.
Gilbert, she likes what she sees.
Centre of the field, off it up again. Amy Butterfield needs to watch this replay back because offering up offensive avenues, left, right and centre.
So another Glenelg with all the impetus here in this prelim final. 7-1 is the score coming in towards halfway, or just probably a bit longer than that in the second. And another free shot for Glenelg. Steps in, pops.
Good pace.
And
good check on the shot.
Absolutely. Looks.
Watts, early ball to Gwenin. So Dinny needs to put jets on here, but she doesn't.
And there goes, I'll tell you what, doing a power of work is Bonnie Wells tonight. I think she's got 4 on the board already. Shix, if I haven't missed one, but she's up and down the ground, fleet-footed.
She is. She's a confidence type player. Gets one early on the board. She's going to be hard to stop all night. Last week we saw her with a very, very quiet game. The Brighton girls were able to put her to bed nice and early.
Oh, just another bad pass. Going to have to tighten this up, Shix, if they're to get back in this game at 7-1. And passing the ball at someone's feet or just in front of them isn't going to allow them to play good.
Yep.
Solid offense here. Silvestri, the 2-11s against each other. Looks inside. Nice pass. And a huge save there from Carly Evans.
Hit her right in the breadbasket. So panic shot.
And a 3-second call. So who's being called for that, jury? Looks like she's moving. And she'll have to come out down the back there.
It's the second one that Carly saved, having to turn, getting fed in the crease. That's she's done very well.
So ball up the top with Winnan.
Dinny, who's been quiet tonight after her blockbuster last week, Tone. She's being well looked after. Izzy Brown has her covered inside.
She heard you, mate. She heard you.
Away she goes.
She heard you commentate that, and she went, well, sorry, I need to impress Mr. Craig Schicker, as she just did, mate. She's done a great job there as Holly Dinny, and that's their second. And you see here on the 180 Finance traditional replay, she gets her first. And just starting to come into the game. So 7-2 is the score. And back into the centre, and I think we've got Jess Morrison going into the centre now. Up against Liv Parker. So there are avenues down there for Woodville. They just need to make the most of them, don't they?
They do indeed.
Anyone online at the moment, Shix? That's just as the bell goes.
We've got good viewership at the moment, Tone. 190 people watching Imagine having an extra 190 here at the game tonight. But we got them from all over Australia. Parker wins that and goes down deep, puts the pressure on Brown. Inside, outside, shot high, stick side. Guerin collects.
Oh, gets crunched.
She does too.
Gets absolutely crunched. But it is finals lacrosse.
As it looks like umpire there. Look at it on the replay here. Parker takes on Brown. Left, right, back inside again. Shot.
Stick side high.
Good save.
Comes in and
Guerin and bang.
That's good solid defence.
Gets met heavily by Laura Evans.
So
Guerin on the restart.
As the hush comes over.
Oh, just a crow.
Just
Poor skill. Poor skills, wasn't it?
was in two minds, I think. But this could cost, depending on Butterfield picks it up, and we'll kick it back to someone.
Just threw a ground ball competition, didn't she? But the whistle blew.
And probably lucky there.
Yep.
Well, Woodville with that one. The Glenelg didn't get that outlet pass there, and we've got a 7-2 game here at the Sturt Lacrosse Club, brought to you by 180 Finance, traditional. And we're and our newest sponsor, Young Real Estate. There we go. Look at that. We were just building the suspense there, Shix, weren't we, just to get it up on the screen?
We were. We're just trying to keep the viewers up to speed. So yeah, well, you're right, Tone. New sponsor, Young Real Estate. We've got the 180 Finance. We saw a post from him today handing out 250s.
Free tickets.
Yep, and free tickets as well. And of course, the traditional group who are long-standing supporters of our Lacrosse SA here. So.
And I'll say, get on to 180 Finance, because there is a post up there. If you get on, like it, put a code word in.
It was drawn at 5 p.m, so too late.
I missed out. I was sitting there thinking I might get a free ticket for tomorrow, Shix.
But how about the connection, Braden, between our three sponsors? You're looking for a house, you go to 180 Finance. You find the finance, you go to Young Real Estate. They find you the house. Brand new, maybe you can't get one. Get an older one. Need to repair it? Let's go to traditional. What a link up.
It's all a big circle, isn't it? It just feeds back into each other.
And then we'll just go to their halftime adverts right now.
My name is Chris McGurr and I'm excited to be supporting Lacrosse SA in 2022. Our goal is to provide 50 property loans and save our supporters $50,000 through refinance. For every new Lacrosse supporter loan or refinance settled, your club will receive $250 in sponsorship, and if we hit our target, that's $12,500 going to Lacrosse SA clubs this year. So reach out to me today on 0480 311 301 or email me on chris@180finance.com.au to find out how I can save you money today.
Seven-two back here at Women's Memorial Playing Field. Glenelg off to a flyer early, 4-0 at quarter time. Woodville able to get a sneaky couple back there, but looked to be really struggling to penetrate, Tone. Glenelg on top early, 7-2 at the half.
Absolutely, a 3-2 quarter there, Shix. So it's you know, that game probably looks a bit closer than it was that quarter, with Woodville getting a couple of sort of later goals in that quarter, and certainly made the score look respectable. But I'll tell you what, Glenelg had some opportunities though, didn't they?
They did. They did. They had a 4-0 quarter. The defence wasn't up to speed early, and that caused a goalkeeper change at quarter time. So young Geordie Watts came in for her first finals action this year.
That's her first ever State League final.
First ever. Lovely.
So, yeah, no, and I would expect potentially that we'll see Mel back in the cage, although it doesn't look that way, Shix.
I'm just trying to delete some of these posts here online. Don't click on any of those links to...
links. All right, while Shix is doing that, I might run through a couple of goal scorers here. Well, Bonnie Wells is leading the charge for Glenelg. She's got 4 by my pen at the moment, but it did sort of leak before. So I've got Bonnie Wells for 4. I've got Jess Morrison for a couple and Darcy Beckett for 1, which is the 7. And on the Woodville side, we've got Annie Ritchie with 1. She got the first, and Holly Dinny with her first. So ball is about to be snapped here in the centre again, and it's young Haynes up against Parker, and Haynes has done a good job in the centre, Shix.
She has. She's been impressive. Was impressive last week. Probably didn't get the game time from memory. She may have. I could be quite wrong there, but Silvestri.
Just a little bit more hungry on that ground ball, aren't they?
Ground ball gun, and she comes up with that. Parker all over her.
There's a...
swinging and swiping.
And she's going to have to be careful, Liv, isn't she? Because she's on that yellow.
She is, but she lives on the line. She plays hard.
And that's what we like about it.
Great intensity to see there. She's first one back after that restart. So, but Glenelg settled now in attack. Look at this, in control of the game at 7-2. They're in no rush, no panic. Stuart Robb's got the offense just rolling along nicely at the moment.
Morrison goes hard, steps inside, and just to the wide.
Hard to miss from there.
Yep, I don't know whether I don't think there was anything on that.
Oh well,
but,
we'll
no,
give her a save.
No,
we'll give her a save. We'll keep you happy.
No, don't keep me happy. She put her leg out.
Yeah,
I just didn't see any connection.
Threw the shooter off.
Well, that's twice. So you take those, don't you?
You do, of course you do.
So ball up again with Morrison, and she's going really quickly at the cage tonight. It's good to see that pace getting in. Steps, pops. That one's over the top.
Good help there, Annie Ritchie. But again, Morrison able to get back inside and able to get a shot off, albeit off the crossbar out behind.
And I like the pace that Morrison's going at. I've just, you know what?
Oh, just got to ask questions, don't you?
You do. And here's a matchup.
Mortimer.
It's been happening all night. Kit McKay.
And that's
up against Mortimer. And nice. We're going to have free space here. Called again, 3 seconds. One of them Shix. Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Hey?
Temperature is going through the roof at the moment, thanks to our master producer.
He's just
producing all the goods.
Turned on the fire. And
yes.
We're going to see some fire turned on here with Karen Mortimer. Steps inside, looks, pops over the left-hand shoulder, and there's another one.
There she is, 8-2. Glenelg right on top here, Tone. Just what Woodville didn't need, that first goal against. As we see the restart here on the 15, Mortimer nice and high. No one able to get anywhere near that stick.
And I'm going to say they're shooting well in good spots tonight on these keepers, aren't they? They're on opposite hands around hip to mid waist.
Yep, as good a shot as you need there. Whereas the Woodville girls have had 2 or 3 really good shots too. 2 hit
Carly fair square and a number,
and the other one went stick side high. So yeah, you got to be shooting well, especially when these Australian goalkeepers are out and about. We've got 2 of them in our competition, Tone.
Absolutely, we do, and we're blessed to have that, aren't we? And at this stage, we're looking at an 8-2 game. They may meet up next week, Shix. But still early. You never know what can happen in these big games.
That's right.
Shix was calling the game at halftime last week.
I was.
It was only a 2-goal game at that point.
Yeah, well, visionary sometimes, but not tonight. Very blurred. I called green early, but I tell you what.
So ball in the stick here of Holly Dinny.
Certainly no biases for you, Shix.
No, look, just haven't got their matchups right defensively.
Swipes. Oh, it's nearly picked up again. Nearly picked up again. Ground ball to be picked up, and I tell you what, Wells picks it up, and is that Liv?
No, Ritchie. Annie Ritchie just got one there. Yep.
Got one.
Missed her the first time. I thought I won't miss you the second time.
Okay.
Bit unlucky to get a card, I would have thought, but
you know what? I overplayed the contact maybe a little.
I would have
throw
thought
of the head.
Yep.
And you know, made sure it got seen.
Broadway Wells.
Hey.
Broadway.
I was going to say,
Broadway.
going to get a star on the walk. But ball down the back here with Beckett.
A little bit of Moulin Rouge about that. So extra man, extra female, extra woman, extra girl.
Person, Craig.
Person up.
We don't identify here.
They're people.
Look, they are. Well, some of them don't even do that. I saw a school in Sydney allowed the kids to identify as cats throughout the week.
Oh, well, I'm pretty sure everyone here is a person.
So
Cats can't play lacrosse.
So ball up the top with Morrison. Looks inside. Beckett steps inside. Good save up the top there and gets knocked over for her trouble.
Outlet pass out in front. McKay to collect. Well covered there, Morrison. Help comes from everyone. Wells really up and about. That's a cross-field pass.
Our coachiness just went, oh, why did you do that?
It needs to be bang on if you do that. I don't mind the cross-field pass, but it needs to be smack on.
Yep, and you can see Wells just sitting up the top here with Karen Mortimer. And often they come back with interest, those chicks, sometimes.
They will. Woodville still go down.
Oh, here we go. Wells pops. Oh, top corner.
There we go.
That had some fire in it.
A little bit of pep in the step.
That had some, on the pizza, that had the pepperoni.
A little bit of Moulin Rouge earlier, so we'll call that a little bit of mocha chocolata.
And that's 5 for Wells. Just see this. Top left-hand side. Good shot. Just pops that one away.
Lucky the ball didn't get stuck there, Tone. Geordie might not have been able to pull that one out.
I was going to say, might have needed a knee up.
So
look here again on the 180 finance. That was a cracking shot.
Just very little movement there defensively, wasn't it? Leaving Beckett on the... Yeah, so Kit McKay caught between the rock and a hard place.
I'll tell you what, if you were standing between that goal and this heater that we've got, you'd feel fire all night long.
You would.
So
Lionel Richie.
Young real estate.
Any relation? Any relation? Lionel Richie? All night long?
Hello.
All night long.
Oh, sorry. All night long. Anyway. So ball with Morrison in the stick. It's a 9-2 game.
9-2, and Coach Rob extends the bench a little and start rotating his players through, I would think. But Beckett
inside.
Oh, gracefully in
inside.
the back corner. It was chased her out.
Didn't let up on it. That's what I like.
Correct.
Just, if you engage, stay engaged. So ball back up the top with Morrison. And I'll tell you what, she's been engaging at pace tonight, has Jess Morrison.
She finds...
and steps inside, looks inside, Mortimer, down the bottom, popped, and there's another one. And
he's been playing fantastic on the face-off, the centre draw, I should say. And that was a little bit close. That goes to 10-2.
10-2. Yep, I think 10-2 by me. So, yeah, that's someone on the hill warming up in this as we warm up. So, replay here. But look, Jess Morrison goes hard, which draws that slide from McKay. McKay just, and then that just kept it rolling. And Morrison again here, and she's... goes at pace.
Well covered though, Michaela Ritchie. Matched her feet-wise. Beckett down through X. Glenelg cutting up now. We didn't see this last week. And now they're sticking with this matchup. Mortimer, time and space. Look at her. Time and space to create.
Little two-man game here.
Pick and roll.
Or down the bottom corner. That opened up
so that's just a non-understanding.
Where the pick was coming?
Well,
yeah. Just hold your ground and let you... Anyway, it's coming back the other way, but they've been under plenty of pressure when they've been coming up the other way. Summerton with the ball, and she needs an outlet here, and she's got one back inside. That's not a great pass. That's come off a Woodville stick, and Mortimer just fires. And if they get the ball moving here, they'll have numbers, but that's a terrible pass as well.
Off the feet, Morrison collects. Oh, Izzy Brown there mopping up. Yep.
Tell you what,
meters gain, and she goes hard and finds a lane, and just a speed dodge down low. Summerton couldn't cover it. On the doorstep, young Geordie Watts.
Izzy Brown with her first of the game.
Very little opportunity. We've got a goalkeeper change coming up again, Tone, making, again, 0 cents. Goalkeeper change.
Yep.
There you go. You get one scored on the doorstep. You're pulled.
Yeah, well.
So I've got a question for you
Who'd
two
want to be a
fellas.
goalkeeper in women's lacrosse? Yes, Bray?
When was the last time neither Glenelg nor Brighton made a women's state league grand final?
Well, let's put that to the line, shall we? Let's put that out to our viewers,
Yep.
Shicks.
Yeah,
Good question,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Given that
We'll
looks
call
to
that
be
the young real estate question
matchup.
of the night.
You got
shall
the
we?
answer. You got the answer there, Braden.
I do.
70s,
No,
80s,
wrong decade.
80s.
Oh,
Gotcha.
There
Okay.
we go. So we'll keep an eye on the feed. And
When was the last time? We'll leave that question for next time.
so ball out here. It's 11-2. And ball to be won. Good work there from Annie Ritchie. Just comes in. But Morrison had a good game tonight as well.
She has, Tone, played very good.
11-2 is the score. Here, if you are just joining us, we're about 10 minutes, nearly 10 minutes into the third quarter. And ball comes back down the bottom here. They've really spread these offensive players, haven't they? They're just trying to get the Woodville defense just to come out a little.
Yeah, it was touch and go now at 11-2. Do the green come out and push a little bit more defensively? Open up a few more scoring opportunities potentially, but getting ball back at 11-2, you need to be applying pressure just like that, Tone, up the top.
And good pressure. And ball in the stick of Brown, who went really hard at the last one, but and that's going to be a pre-check to Bonnie Wells.
Yep.
And I'll tell you what, why don't you check out this Young Real Estate, the sponsors for the new indoor season.
Yep.
They're sponsoring junior boys and women's box programs. Contact John for your house appraisal and rental property management on youngrealestatesa.com.au, 1300 768
753.
573.
Sorry, 573.
All right, my dyslexia nearly got the part
Yep.
of me too.
Oh, nearly a pick-off by Jury. Good hustle on the ground ball. Inge will battle for her.
Well, I didn't think in
And here
women's
we go.
game you could
Here's the
actually...
real toss-up for it. Both girls using their bums, but
well, they both turned and you don't...
Yep,
You
so
often see that. So,
the real call here should be umpire interference. Let them play. Let them get that ground ball.
yeah. Anyway, Tammy with the ball. And here's something that hopefully they get rid
Yep.
of in women's
Oh,
lacrosse.
straight out of the 70s, isn't it?
Tell you what, here, it's a throw up.
Time warp. It's Wednesday night, is it, Tone?
Yep, absolutely. Back to Lenny's, I reckon we're going there, Shicks.
So here goes
Oh, tries to part
Dinny
the waves.
inside.
But got the bite and
Yeah.
just didn't go.
Great connection from those two last week. Not seeing it this week, are we, Tone? Dinny Inge connection.
And we've got a 3-second call here, have we?
How are we going on the socials there? We got some answers coming through from what year? I'm tipping 80s. Have to be. I don't think 90s.
I'm going 80.
that's a bit broad.
Hey?
Bit broad, 80s.
I'm going 84, just as a guess.
Well,
Only because I reckon I was wearing my sunglasses at night in 84. Maybe. Goes quiet here.
yeah. I'm just having a real hard think about this. Oh, so who are the teams then if you're saying 84?
84.
Dinny lining up on the 15, straight out in front. Shot on, but not enough power in that. No ground. Wells gets the early ball outlet.
Burnside
Fast break
Woodville.
going.
Burnside Woodville.
Woodville back in the 70s, I think, played their last one. But Burnside for me in late 80s. I reckon they played in a couple in the late
Played in
80s.
a couple in the 80s.
Seacombe.
Tell you what, there's some funky teams that I've never heard in my lifetime that were making grand finals back in the day.
89.
Around this area, yeah.
Southern Districts.
Not that one.
So ball in Morrison's stick. Looks down. Pop.
Oh, good
Nice
ball
movement.
movement.
Oh,
Good save there from Ryan. That was really well worked by the Glenelg offense.
Little shake and bake up the top. Tic-tac-toe shot on Cage. Was a good shot too. Good open shot. Good save though, Mel Ryan. She's had time to think about it, Tone. She's been on the bench.
Just waiting to get on, and Beckett against Bianca McKay, and but needs an outlet. No one presenting to her, Shicks.
She hasn't. Well covered down there, so Glenelg really covering up outlets here. That's a long run.
And still no one presenting.
Double comes.
And,
Turnover.
And I'm going to say...
Yep, Charlotte went and just dragged her double straight to the ball carrier.
As a coach, that does my head in. Someone's worked that hard and everyone's just watching her to get to X and no one presents to her. And all of a sudden, as you say, another player drags and double and it's coming back the other way.
Speed comes down there on the far side through Nikki Hayes. She delivers the ball low. It looks like her sister Sarah Haynes collects. Chelsea Gilbert now bottom right. ISO with Butterfield. High side again. Looks to go. 1-2. No help coming, and that is another very good save by Mel Ryan.
Mel Ryan. So
Pick
Butterfield
up,
with the ball, but under pressure again. There we go, the bell. 30 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Turnover.
Turnover, picked up.
Oh, Welsh.
She could get it back here.
Could have filled the bags right up.
I'll tell you what, that's good defence.
It is good D. Early ball.
And that's a terrible pass.
Yeah, didn't need to pass
but
it, did she?
I think she's just, with limited time left on the clock, as the clock comes on the field, she's just trying to get it out of that offensive. But it's coming back, and will they have an opportunity for a shot here? With limited time, they got one in the first. They look in the second, no. Or as the ball goes in.
Whistle going, umpire sweeping the ground, shooing away the chooks.
No,
and,
no.
No score. No score. So what have we got? We got anyone commenting, Tone, on the...
11-2. Sorry, mate. I put my gloves back on and put my phone away. After my 84 got shut down.
You need a lock it in, Eddie. Shicks, I
hey?
reckon you need a final answer here. You've beaten around the bush a bit.
I'm just trying to see if anyone's got any answers online. Let me just have a look.
Doesn't work so good with the gloves.
It sort of struggling a little bit, yeah. Here we go.
Here we go.
All right,
what are we saying? What are
Keely
the public
Yates,
saying?
I reckon 90s, there was a year Glenelg played Wilderness. Okay, well done, Keely. We're after a grand final minus Glenelg and minus Brighton. That was the question. Pretty sure Wilderness were dominant back in the early 2000s. No. I said 90s, but you're right. That would have been 2000s. That's right. So a lovely little conversation going here. Keely Yates and Tommy Tuxford. Love the shout out to the Lions. 3 of us still left. Yeah, so that's the Southern Districts.
Oh, Southern Districts. Yep. Sorry. So no real answers coming through. I'm going to go Burnside. It would have been one of them. 89. And I don't know if it was college or... Okay, I'll have a real hard think about this and we'll come back after the ad breaks. Producer tells me.
My name is Chris McGurr and I'm excited to be supporting Lacrosse SA in 2022. Our goal is to provide 50 property loans and save our supporters $50,000 through refinance. For every new Lacrosse supporter loan or refinance settled, your club will receive $250 in sponsorship, and if we hit our target, that's $12,500 going to Lacrosse SA clubs this year. So reach out to me today on 0480 311 301 or email me on chris@180finance.com.au to find out how I can save you money today.
We are back, and
fourth quarter action.
As the centre draw gets set, Braden, come on, put us out of our misery.
Burnside had a walkover one year, Braden. So you're talking about that year? 88 was a walkover in the grand final for Burnside.
I'm not talking about that year. It was the following year.
So Adelaide versus College. Burnside versus College.
It was Adelaide Uni versus Burnside in 1989.
Well, there you go. So we were half right, Chicks.
Must have been one of those years where mandatory to play for Adelaide Uni if you went there.
And just stepping
Possibly.
offside there, Woodville. Glenelg are...
So that would make it, for those of you that don't like math, 33 years.
Since one of these teams have not played in the grand final. It's and for Brighton, continual, they're at about
6 or 7 in a row or something similar.
playing in, I reckon.
Playing in.
Yeah.
No, they're at about 12 or something,
12
aren't
in
they?
a row.
14 playing in?
20 playing.
Is it? 19. They've played 19 consecutive.
There you go. So I'll tell you what, and the winner of this game meets them next week.
Yep.
And I think it'd be a fairly safe bet on who that will be.
I agree.
At 11-2. Yes, there's. I'll tell you what. If Woodville can get back from 11-2 down, I'll tell you what. My voice will raise by the end of this last 15 minutes. I will promise you that much.
Well, we'll be calling the cardio specialist out here, Tone, if that's the case.
And Wells just, and they're just holding the ball here. Silvestri just taking some time off. Shicks, they've booked a ticket.
Oh, they've booked a ticket. They stamped their own ticket in that quarter-time break, didn't they? When they're up 4-0 and had complete control. Evans now driving Ali Gooddean. This time Annie Ritchie goes high side, finds herself Morrison with pace, pushed.
Oh, bang! Have some of that.
That's a.
And
that's a defender sitting on a yellow too, isn't it, Tone?
Addie Ritchie, yes.
There's a few of them.
There is.
I was going to say that. Well, I'll tell you what, you're not coming through here.
Morrison on the 15, re-engages. Wells can't get stick on Cage. Throws low to Mortimer as the sting just dies out of the game here. Morrison will get the jets on and go hard again. No, she goes to Mortimer. Little 2-3 man game here.
Little triangle game there.
Sneaking
Shicks.
inside. It was a nice little play, wasn't it? Parker collects.
And
Spins out of trouble.
Under immense pressure and just tosses it down to the end of the
Dinny.
race here.
Dinny and
Great
Haynes.
pick up there from Haynes. Ball just dropped.
Good help by Inge, and Dinny collects and goes left.
And have they got numbers here? There we go. Inge inside. And shut down really well there by the Glenelg defence. And we've got a whistle here for...
So huge numbers back there. Inge
Offside.
catches bottom right. No real opportunity to go to Cage. So pulls it out. And what do we got, a 3-second or an offside?
Well, no, it must be a 3-second. Sorry, I was looking at the switch up here with Haynes, and it was just to get Wells down into the defence.
Okay.
So
Inge on the restart. Take two, take three.
There's two out, so there
We'll
must
go
have been
again.
a 6-second call, Shicks.
Might have been, didn't it?
Hey?
Camped in there for days. Winning.
Just need to bring your swag.
Rolling through, and that's a
good
very
pickup.
good
That's
pickup.
great backup. Pops and great save on the left.
on the left.
On the left,
Yeah,
Carly
so
Evans.
Just entertaining
As if-
herself there, isn't she?
As if you don't mind, I'm going to switch it to the left hand, and I'm just going to shut you out from there.
Drury brings the ball down to the Glenelg
But there's the
offensive end.
presentation. Look at that. That's a great presentation. Rewarded someone for the work being down the field.
Outlet offered.
And ball down the back.
Gilbert through X. So Glenelg pile on. Substituting through. Silvestri wants to get down into the offensive end. Told to hang on as Sarah Haynes comes on from the box. Wells ball in stick.
And a ball up the top with Morrison. So they've
So-
been a little bit more patient, haven't they, in this offensive set, as Morrison just tries to tell me I'm telling fibs. And goes to the cage.
Isolation down right. So Woodville need to just hold some pride here, don't they? They need to buckle up.
3-second
Still
call
play some
here.
good defensive efforts. Keep that score down.
Well, as I said, if you can keep this as a 0-0 quarter, or even get a 0-1 quarter and win the quarter, that's a good way to finish off the season. Because at the moment, Glenelg have been dominant this evening, Shicks, and
Morrison high right, looking for an alley dodge as she goes clear out there. Nice inside ball.
oh,
Mortimer just goes high to high again, but Darcy Beckett, as she's done all night, giving the Glenelg girls second chance opportunities.
those 1%ers, aren't they, Shicks?
First on. never spoken about, are
Never
they?
spoken about. You
Yep.
need a stat for the first ons because it just gives you another opportunity in goals. And the amount of times when there's someone works really hard to get those first ons and you score from it.
So this is better for Manny Ritchie coming out to play. Oh, jams on the hip. I like that. Pass was on.
Good
Didn't get
inside.
Haynes
Oh.
on the right. Drops the handle. McKay picks up the
1,
hard
2,
ball.
3, 4, 5, and you've got 4 Woodville girls behind her.
Yep.
Watching her run up the field, and their players have just monstered Kit McKay. And if you want to monster your house, and put the big pergola, the big
Errant pass, turnover now. Jury battling 1, 2, 3, 4 of them.
get in touch with Trad VC on tradvc.com.au 8376 3639. Sorry, Shix, I
was just
didn't mean
watching
to
that call.
interrupt you.
No,
Yeah.
no. I was just trying to slip it in between your plug there, Tone.
As Jury went to ground there, didn't she? And you thought she might have been about to get cleaned up.
Oh, I think the call was someone kicked the ball. I mean, fancy that. Fancy
I wouldn't
that.
have got half my goals if that wasn't available.
So Beckett down low, Butterfield D'ing on her and still applying good pressure. Although the outlet pass, nice and easy one. So Team D down a little as Tone starts to melt with the vinyl nylon jacket and the heater.
I don't mind. I don't mind at all. As the game just seems to melt away a bit here.
Yeah, complete control here. Not a lot of defensive pressure coming on. Haynes on Summerton. Good D, pushes her high as we can't see.
And why don't you put some pressure on your home loan chicks? Get in touch with 180 Finance. And not only do you get some extra cash in your pockets, but you put some cash in the pockets of the of your lacrosse club at the tune of $250. Get in touch with 180 Finance today. Ball back up the top.
Oh, inside cut, Evans. Good save again. Mel Ryan, just that left hand, isn't it, Tone?
Yep.
Puts him off a little.
Well, it happened down the other end, didn't it, with the left hand, with
Did.
Carly Evans.
It did, yeah, it did.
They weren't expecting that.
Yep, as Carly Evans is just boiling the kettle down there at the other end at the minute.
I'm a little teapot. Got that
Haynes
stance on.
gets back inside on the left, fires away, shoots wide.
It was actually a really good shot then. Karen Mortimer came across in front. She looked as if she was about to pass that.
Yep.
And Mel Ryan, the ball's gone past it, but
Trying to get the screen.
absolutely good shot. Not used enough. Ball back down the back.
Gilbert back to Beckett. So Beckett plays that X role very well tonight, Tone.
As I said, the Glenelg offense as a whole has been very fluid in moving together, haven't they?
Has been. But that outlet pass has been on all night. So the pressure on the ball carrier becomes redundant when that outlet pass is so easy. And that's what's happened tonight. That's been the difference.
And then you do get the one. You do get the one there where Michaela Ritchie's gone out to sort of try and put pressure on the next pass, and it opens up the defence and steps around, as we see here on the 180 Finance and traditional replay.
Just a speed dodge down low. No replay. We didn't capture that one, unfortunately.
Because it happened too quickly in the speed dodge.
It did.
It did.
Right.
But crowd favourite.
Given that the Glenelg Brighton grand final is basically booked in at this point.
Yes, it is.
How many times have Glenelg and Brighton played each other in a grand final in the last 33 years of Brighton Glenelg dominance?
20?
Around the mark.
Higher or lower?
23. 18.
Hang on a minute, Tone. You can't
18.
you can't rattle off every
18.
number between 15 and 25.
No, I was just talking about my footy numbers. and I
Oh,
was thinking in
surprised
my
I got
head.
it.
Okay,
I'm
no.
surprised I got it.
Well, Tony is technically right if we're including this one this year.
25.
No, 18.
Oh, 18.
So 17, and this will be the 18th time in 33 years that they have played each other
So
in a grand final.
60%.
It's quite a large amount.
It is.
And I tell you what,
Silvestri.
she will play in her first one.
No, she won one.
Oh, Wildy,
Yep.
sorry, at Glenelg, my bad. That's where my speech was going.
So
First year, first grand final of berth for the teams, not bad.
So ball back down with Beckett. Still really good movement here from Glenelg in the offence. as they go about their work and just trying to isolate their matchup here.
So, Tone, imagine this team, this Woodville team here, getting a rough end of it tonight at 12-2 at this stage. It could end up worse. They might fight back, but the feeling of losing a prelim this way is damaging. But the season's not over for them. They've been asked to come back after the grand final to play against Brighton in a make-up game for a game that was cancelled during the year. Can you believe that?
Yeah, the only reason I could think for that, Chicks, is obviously for medal points in the Benitha medal, and but really redundant, in the scheme of the game. I mean, would you have turned up to a game after the season when you've been knocked out in a prelim final?
No comment.
Yep. And we'll leave that one on that one, shall we? Because, yeah, it's, you know, mind you, it's been the first time in a lot of years that we've had to deal with something like that, and shows you how wet.
Yeah, it would have been quite wet for them not to be able to play.
Yeah.
For sure.
But not like back in the day at Miller Mud, mate.
That's right.
So I nearly drowned in mud out there one day.
Lost balls, yep. Dogs would get lost pre-game walk.
I remember
Parker down the left-hand side, rolls back inside, takes on
bang!
1, 2 and 3.
Gets smashed. She'll wear that one. Speaking of women's box, yeah. And the box tournaments are coming up for the women's game.
Contact, I got it. Right, no helmets out here tonight though, but that box across for the girls is going to be exciting to see, Tone.
Absolutely is.
There we go, Parker.
And there we go, Parker. That's her first of the night, mate.
A little bit of pride back on the board. She has been quiet in a way. She certainly missed her dominance.
And dominance is what we have with our new sponsor, Shix. It's Young Real Estate. As I said, they're the sponsors for the indoor season, sponsoring junior boys and women's
Johnny Young.
Box games.
Johnny Young.
Boxes everywhere. Everywhere you turn around.
Good night, Australia. Good night, Australia.
John Young, experienced, outstanding service. Get the best price in today's market. Record sales they've had this year. Contact John for your house appraisal or rental property management. And we look forward to having them on board for the sponsors of the box season and for the rest of the finals.
Good on you, John, and thank you as well. The lacrosse community will support him where and when needed. Absolutely, got no doubt about that.
I got my songs mixed up too, Shix, just quietly. That was John Paul Young.
So you're at one trivia answer each.
Yep.
For the tie break, how many grand finals have Glenelg and Brighton won individually in the last 33 years?
Oh, I think Brighton are at about 23.
Brighton 12, Glenelg 6.
Nah, it's more than that. How many have they won individually? 6.
Oh, individually. Sorry, I thought it meant against each other.
You know,
sorry.
each.
11 and 14.
Shix?
I think Brighton are in the 20s, aren't they? 23? Or are they at 19? So,
I'm not giving you answers.
So Brighton 19, Glenelg 14.
I'm going 11 Glenelg, 14 to Brighton.
So you're both wrong. Glenelg actually have more at 14, and Brighton nipping at their heels 13.
Oh. We'll call that one a tie break, Shix, and we'll battle it out again tomorrow.
We will.
But right now, just to finish off, and that one's gone well wide, and Mel Ryan with the backup. No, just stops her run. Player of the game, Shix. Who would we have here for our player of the game? I mean, Bonnie Wells for me is probably.
She took the game away from Woodville when it mattered, didn't she?
She did, indeed. And as she fires that one down to Karen Mortimer, and probably the little assist there, and there's some experience with those two ladies, isn't there? Yep.
Mortimer gets her second for the evening. Look, Nikki Haynes has been quite good off the centre draw.
Yep.
Karen's had a lot of ball offensively and really controlled the offense for them. I like Darcy Beckett doing those little 1%ers, Tone, down through X.
Hey, yep. I like Morrison's movement up the top when she's gone hard, which is cause slides.
Yeah, creates havoc, doesn't she?
She does. Bit of chaos, mate.
Chaos.
Hey, chaos in the women's game.
And so the defenders haven't had a lot to do, have they? Carly Evans has been impressive. That left-handed save coming around the corner was one for the.
That's probably the play of the day. Yeah,
Bonnie Wells, mate. I think.
for me, Bonnie Wells, just her ability to really put foot on the gas from the opening.
Yep.
And she was running both defence and offence, so
Haynes again.
she'd been really good, Haynes. But young Michaela Ritchie's stepped up
tried hard
for Woodville
Yep,
tonight.
absolutely.
Got a couple of good ground balls and.
Rewarded here with the ball, so she'll go to. She can start at any stage. I don't know what she's waiting for. That quick start's been around for a couple of years now.
Yeah, but the umpire has to be in position for that to happen.
Oh, okay,
So,
right.
as the ball, that's a great pickup
Was
too.
a good
Just
pickup.
quietly.
Annie Ritchie.
I think they've been out the back, just throwing the ball to each other.
Dinny.
So ball down the bottom. We've got the clock coming on the field, and I'll tell you what else is coming on the field. A grand final appearance for the Glenelg Lacrosse Club.
Takeaway there, Laura Evans. Upfield, Nikki Haynes.
So
has got jets. Moves the ball on. Wells.
and she's
Last
got
30
another
seconds.
one. She's got one up here with Haynes.
She
She
needs,
can put that forward,
Yeah,
or just turned her back.
She has. Throws it
Over the
across
back.
crease. Mortimer.
Steps inside. Has she got one more? No, but that will be a grand final appearance as the final whistle goes here at the Sturt Lacrosse Club. And quite a convincing game here, Shicks, 13-3.
13-3. Never in sight for Woodville, unfortunately. Glenelg got the blocks early. Bonnie Wells was allowed time and space, and she put a few away. Sent shutters through the Warriors. And they were never able to recover, were they? They got the first and the second quarter to go 5-0, I reckon. And it was all uphill from there.
And it sets up a really big game next week at the beautiful Woodville Lacrosse Club.
Well, I guess what it does, it gives Glenelg a chance to redeem from last week. Brighton were all over them
From the start.
in every facet, actually. So,
Well, look, if they come out and play that sort of lacrosse, Glenelg,
they're going to need to pick it up another 2 levels, Tone. That lacrosse tonight's not going to be good enough for the Brighton team. No way known. That well-oiled machine, pumping it out. They're going to be an absolute juggernaut to stop, and I can't see it happening.
So you're in 5th gear coming down a 28% pitch road.
That's right. Foot off the
Try and
brake. Just let her go.
Try and catch us.
Foot off the brake.
Hey, as we see some replays here on the traditional 180 finance replays. And this was Dinny. This was good. Gets inside and pops that one away.
It was a nice little shot. We didn't see enough of her
Didn't see enough
tonight,
of
though,
it.
did we? Big occasion. These young
And
players will grow on it.
How much did the nerves come into battle there? You know, last week it was sort of like they were you know, they'd been up against Burnside. They sort of had some close games. You come out tonight, a young mind. You know, I mean, they'll be better for the experience.
No timeouts called tonight either. No time for coaches to maybe settle the playing group and have a word here or there. Both sides. I don't think Glenelg called one tonight either.
Nobody.
Probably didn't require one that edge of the
Well, Glenelg
of the
probably
bench.
didn't
Require one.
but you know, like I mean, yeah, but yeah, they were convincingly beaten tonight.
They were.
They were, and as we, I believe Marty's just gone to grab our player of the game, Shicks, in one Bonnie Wells. And for Woodville, this is, you know, 3 or 4 years in a row now. They were the Blue Warriors, and because it wasn't that long ago that they appeared in a grand final. 5 years ago.
Might have been. Yeah, 2017,
2017.
I reckon.
So they got to a grand final.
They were red hot for that final too. I
They
thought
were.
unlucky not to come away with a win there. But you're right. What happens now for Woodville? They go away, I suppose. It looks like they're, I don't know if it's a forced move or if it's one that's you know, naturally occurring. Looks like a change of guard in the goalkeeper circle. A couple of the older girls there. Not too old. I mean, they're going to be around for some time, of course, but they're going to reinvigorate, close the gap because they, what was the score there tonight? 13-3. So it's a 10-goal gap in a prelim. You need to be pushing, don't you?
Yeah, you know
For some hope down the track.
I mean, look, and you know what? You do have those nights sometimes. You know,
Of course
we see great teams that should win comfortably, end up going down by big margins if their mind's not on. But yeah, I think they've got a really good group down there. You know, the Holly Dinnies and the Mia Ingers, and they've got some real experience in there. But you know, how do they take that next step to get those 10 goals back? You know, and that's a question that probably needs to be asked in pre-season or before for that group. But you know what? They did make a prelim final, so congratulations to them. And I'm sure they'll reflect on the game as the next couple of weeks come on. As we just get set up here, Mr. Craig Schicker. Look at us.
Yep.
Hey? Look at us. When did we get so handsome? As we got, Bonnie looks as Bonnie just makes her way over to us, looking quite like she's done a fair bit of running this evening. I think she's stuffed, is the word. So there we go. Look at that, Bonnie Wells.
You guys got the setup.
We've got everything here, and there's a heater at the back there. If you not that you need it tonight, running up and down the field and putting some fire into the back of those goal nets.
Yeah, it was nice to finally find the net. It's been a couple of weeks without.
Hang on, Bonnie. We don't have any microphone yet. We'll just we'll get some microphone for you.
Are we on?
Yep. Okay, just get it up a bit closer. We'll try again.
Thanks, Marty.
Yep.
Down here on the ground level.
No. Yep. Okay. It's
Okay.
We're there.
Okay.
We're there. Sorry. You know what? These are the technical difficulties we have. But
So, Bonnie, midweek, must have been some talk about the performance last week. You guys would have been really upset with that. Brighton really put you to the sword and dominated most of the game. I guess the good thing is you get a second chance. You come out this week.
That's it.
Play against Woodville.
Yeah, Brighton. Such the competitors. They definitely put it on us last week.
Yep.
Found the back of the net and really capitalised. I think, yeah, we took some positives still out of last week's start for us. You know, didn't try to dwell on the game too much.
Yep.
Picked up a couple of points, refocus, had a look at the next opponent.
Certainly looked good. I mean, you're individually and the team as well came out firing this time around. And we
Yeah.
know once Bonnie Wells gets a little bit of time and spray and a little bit of a sniff for it, she's one very tough lady to stop. So well done tonight.
Thank you. Yeah, intensity was great from the start. I think for us, we need to keep that up for 4 quarters. I think that was evident after last week's game. You know, we started all right, and I think it was 4-2 at halftime, maybe even.
Yeah, it was too.
Yep.
And then, you know, Brighton got the run on us. I think today we came out and probably utilised everyone through the attack a bit more.
Yep.
Had a bit more movement. So yeah, kind of came together for us, and it's a great game for us to finish on heading into next week, I think.
Yeah.
So
And Shix and I spoke about that. Just the offense down there seemed to gel a bit more
yeah,
this week. So, but now you're heading to the big dance. You've got Brighton. You've
Yep.
been up there the last 4 or 5 years against them.
yeah,
What are you going to do to close that gap?
yeah. I mean, this week we had 2 great training runs. Changed it up a little bit with what we did. Probably do the same again this week. Each of us probably worked on ourselves individually, and that's probably what we just have to do next week. Refocus each of us and then come together as a team. It was evident on Wednesday night's training that we were going to come into this game pretty firing.
And
so.
a couple of those young superstars in the side, young Izzy Brown and
Yeah,
Nikki Haynes. in
Nikki,
the
she got a
centre.
goal as well
Yeah.
today. That was great.
But
Great
her,
to see.
Her centre work was fantastic.
Yeah, she's doing great in there, getting the ball to where we need it to go and fighting for it as well on her own accord. So can't ask for anything more from the younger girls, especially as us older girls look to fade out. So
Father time comes and knocking Bonnie on the soul. It's okay. It's okay. But tonight you turned the clock back somewhat. I mean, you look like a spring-heeled 22-year-old. So
had a couple of coffees today, so I'm feeling
well,
great.
there you go. That
Positive.
might be the key, ladies and
I
gentlemen
might
at
have
home.
to get a couple of those
coffees.
too on the way.
Couple of coffees, couple of Sour Patch Kids, and I'm right
Oh,
to
look
go.
at you
Good,
go.
very good.
Hey, so there you go, kids. You
Yep.
want to play like this superstar?
Well done, Bonnie. 5 and 3, I reckon, tonight from memory. Looked like you were going towards Karen Mortimer heavily there. Looked like the only pass you were willing to make
I
at
don't know
times.
about that, but I love Karen. Karen and I work pretty well together. Been together on the field for a number of years now, so can always connect with her, which is great.
Certainly going to need a lot of that next week, Tone.
Absolutely.
Brighton Juggernaut keeps rolling on.
It's a big game. We you know what?
Don't rule us out.
No, we're not. Golden
I've
goal.
written you off.
Golden goal.
You're done.
Golden goal grand final. That's what I want to see.
All right, we might keep it interesting.
Good.
It is. No, look, Bonnie Wells, outstanding tonight, and congratulations on getting over the Woodville Lacrosse Club tonight.
Thanks, boys.
Look forward to calling your name next week, and good luck for it. Enjoy the week.
Really appreciate it.
Good luck,
Thank you
Bonnie.
both.
Very
Thanks,
well done
Bonnie.
tonight. Very good. Good
Great
job.
work. And Bonnie Wells there, who just filled up her bag tonight, didn't she?
She did. Got off to a good start, and as we mentioned there, Tone, as soon as she gets just a slight taste for it,
Like
she's
that shark had the blood in the water in it. It's
oh,
a
yeah.
sniff, and away you go.
a real spring in her step when she got 2 early first quarter goals. So good to see. They're going to need plenty more of that. They're going to need, and she's going to need to have a few more coming with her too, because that Brighton Juggernaut, like I mentioned, is rolling on. It's gathering. Well, it's gathered momentum, hasn't it? No one can catch up with it at the moment. So. Yeah, are we going to see something different next week?
Well, we
Not
hope
sure.
so. We hope so. And
Yeah,
look,
we do.
Look, obviously, their training session this week went really well, as Bonnie said, and they certainly came out with some desire. We hope that comes out next week. And you know what? We want to see it. We want to see a close game being played.
Of course.
And grand finals, it's 50-50 at the start. That's it's from there that it goes downhill or uphill.
You're spot on. 0-0 at the start.
0-0 at the start.
Well, that's it for us tonight. Sorry, Tone.
But tomorrow.
Yes, that's it for us tonight here at Sturt. Haven't they done a good job throughout the final series of the lights? When they pumped those lights up there at quarter time, geez, I thought there must be an on-timer system, is it?
Yeah, I think it comes on when we start talking, mate. It's the spotlights.
Yeah, well, we got Marty pedaling on the bike, so that put a bit more electricity into the lights. They lit up nice and bright there for the second, third and fourth. But you're right, Tone, tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Huge game down at East Torrens Paynham for a lot of clubs. The prelim finals continue on.
Yep.
Through the Div 2, Div 1, Men's State League, and obviously the juniors are down there as well. So a huge day of lacrosse.
Both men and women.
Make sure you book your tickets online. So get to Lacrosse SA TV or Lacrosse South Australia. You'll find the online booking system there.
Yep. Avoid the avoid the lineups and waiting.
Absolutely, because it's going to be a cracking day of lacrosse.
Yep.
And we look forward to bringing it to you, to Braden Munn and Marty Baker. Thank you very much for tonight. It is a beautiful night down here at the Sturt Lacrosse Club. And congratulations to Glenelg on booking their spot against Brighton. But we'll see
what we'll get tomorrow.
Who is going to do it tomorrow in the Men's State League. So until then, Shicks, I've been Tony Watts.
And the sticks are swinging.
You've been Craig Schicker, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Right on.